Gather round, everyone, for a story that unfolds from the gilded halls of Mar-a-Lago, a place where reality often takes a backseat to spectacle. It's a tale as simple as it is surreal, a headline ripped straight from the Trump playbook. Donald Trump claims with unwavering confidence that he possesses the secret to ending the war in Ukraine. A bold assertion, to say the least, and not in years, not even in months, but in a mere 50 days. A timeline so audacious it borders on the absurd. Forget years of painstaking, often failed diplomacy, the endless rounds of negotiations, the delicate balancing acts. According to Trump, all it takes is a quick ultimatum delivered directly to Putin. The details, of course, remain conveniently fuzzy, and the potential consequences are left dangerously unclear. The core of the plan? A straightforward, almost childlike demand: tell Putin to stop, or else face the music. But what exactly constitutes or else? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Maybe a strongly worded tweet fired off into the digital ether. Maybe the threat of depriving Putin of his precious Diet Coke. The possibilities, while seemingly endless, are equally ridiculous. In reality, it's less a coherent foreign policy strategy, and more akin to a reality show pitch, a grand spectacle designed for maximum entertainment value. A geopolitical apprentice, if you will, where the ultimate prize, the grand reward, is nothing less than the fate of an entire nation. For those who are actually living the brutal reality of war, for those huddled in bomb shelters and burying their dead, this arbitrary deadline isn't a strategy to be debated. It's a cruel punchline, a dismissive joke at their expense. As the world grapples with daily horrors and unspeakable tragedies, here comes a promise of a quick fix, a simple solution, a magical cure-all, a magic wand waved with theatrical flair over a complex and bloody battlefield. And as we'll soon discover, the people who must actually live with the devastating consequences of this war simply aren't buying what he's selling. They see it for what it is, a hollow promise. This isn't Trump's first miracle cure. He's made a career out of promising quick fixes and instant results. From health crises to international conflicts, the former president has consistently offered simplistic solutions to complex problems. It's a pattern we've seen time and again. Remember the 24-hour plan to end the war? It was a bold claim delivered with characteristic confidence. He presented it as a simple matter of negotiation, a deal that could be struck in a single day. Now it's 50 days. Maybe he needs time to find Ukraine on a map. Perhaps the complexities of the geopolitical landscape are proving more challenging than anticipated. Understanding the nuances of the conflict requires more than just a cursory glance. The details threaten Putin with more US aid to Ukraine, a strategy that assumes Putin is primarily motivated by financial considerations. Threaten Zelensky with less. This approach overlooks the deep-seated national pride and determination of the Ukrainian people. It's a game show, not a strategy. Real-world diplomacy demands careful consideration, nuanced understanding, and a commitment to long-term solutions. This approach ignores reality, the reality of a brutal war, the suffering of millions, and the unwavering resolve of a nation fighting for its survival. Putin won't fold under threats, and Ukraine won't surrender for cash. Their motivations are far more complex and deeply rooted in history, identity, and national security. We've heard it all before. Secret ISIS plans, overnight Obamacare replacements, a wall Mexico would pay for. These are slogans, not solutions. They are catchy phrases designed to rally support, but they lack the substance and detail required to address real-world challenges. Ukrainians know this. They've lived through empty promises. They've seen firsthand the consequences of hollow rhetoric and broken commitments. They need real support, not sound bites. They need tangible assistance, sustained commitment, and a genuine understanding of their plight. And a stopwatch won't stop missiles. The threat is real, the danger is immediate, and the need for effective action is paramount. So, how did Ukraine react to the proposed 50-day plan for aid delivery? The announcement was met with a complex mix of emotions ranging from disbelief to outright derision. After enduring so much, the promise of assistance arriving nearly 2 months down the line felt like a cruel joke to many. Imagine your house is on fire, the flames are rapidly consuming everything you hold dear, and someone promises to put it out, not with a fire hose or a team of firefighters, but with a squirt gun, and only months from now. The absurdity of the situation is almost unbearable. Ukrainians met the 50-day plan with laughter, a dark, sarcastic laughter born of desperation. Beneath the surface of that laughter lay deep frustration, a profound skepticism about the West's commitment, and a growing sense of abandonment. 50 days? It's been over 1,000, one woman scoffed, her voice laced with bitterness. The weight of the ongoing conflict etched deeply into her face. We need shells, not deadlines, she added, highlighting the immediate and critical need for tangible support on the battlefield. Another citizen expressed his dismay. This isn't a business deal. One side is defending homes, their families, their very existence, while the other is burning them to the ground, committing atrocities. The real fear, the unspoken dread that hangs heavy in the air, that U.S. support so vital to their survival could become a bargaining chip in someone else's political game, a pawn sacrificed for short-term gains. For Ukraine, this isn't about American politics, about shifting alliances or domestic agendas. It's about survival, pure and simple. It's about protecting their families, their land, their freedom from an aggressor determined to erase them from the map. As one diplomat put it, with a weary but resolute tone, we listen to what American politicians do, not what they say. Actions speak louder than words, especially in times of war. Their timeline isn't 50 days or any other arbitrary deadline imposed from afar. It's victory, a complete and decisive victory, however long that takes, whatever sacrifices are required. Their resolve remains unbroken. Meanwhile, in Moscow, Trump's ultimatum was met with smirks, not fear. Russian state media loves this talk. It's proof the West is divided and Ukraine could be abandoned. For Putin, the message isn't stop or else, it's wait and the US might pressure Ukraine to give up. He's betting on Western fatigue, not American resolve. Trump's plan, meant to sound tough, is music to the Kremlin's ears. It's not an ultimatum, it's encouragement to hold out. And Russian propaganda is happy to amplify every word. In foreign policy circles, the 50-day plan drew groans, not applause. Experts agree, it misunderstands leverage. You can't threaten both sides and expect results. It's like telling a burglar you'll either call the police or hand over your keys. Forcing Ukraine into a deal isn't diplomacy, it's coercion. Any peace imposed from abroad won't last, it'll just freeze the conflict for future violence. Worse, it undermines alliances and signals to Europe that US support is fickle. Stability needs commitment, not chaos. The consensus, this plan isn't just unrealistic, it's dangerous. Beyond the headlines, Ukraine's war is real. Air raid sirens, casualties, families torn apart. A 50-day deadline means nothing to those fighting for survival. What's at stake isn't a news cycle, it's sovereignty, lives, and the right to exist. Ukrainians aren't chess pieces, they're people defending their homes. They need steady support, not political games. Talk of cutting aid chills them, because they know what peace at gunpoint really means. The war won't end with a showy ultimatum, but with resilience, courage, and real help. For Ukraine, this isn't a show, it's life and death. And it doesn't end when the credits roll.